Good.
You're doing
I
real
could be a curvy
good.
film critic.
Yeah.
I got a couple curves.
So I know we all do, honey. Uh, we as black girls. Insti Kat, I know that you have a tattoo on your inner wrist. It's Latin for know thyself, right?
That's right. From the
Mhm.
Oracle's kitchen, from the Matrix.
Mhm.
Okay. So having said that, how much have you known yourself when faced with a situation where you can see that the surface is just a little bit deeper than what you could have imagined?
I'm embarrassed to say that I have not always listened to it, but have always felt it pretty quickly. Whether, as a teenager or a young girl in my 20s trying to navigate this career, I always feel like I have a good understanding. But it's also, about also just knowing God, right? And just being like, you know, allowing myself to just focus on God, to be honest. That's really what the tattoo is.
I mean, I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I've always been told that I'm very intuitive. And so I read off of like a lot of energy. And so I may not myself have a lot of, I'm sorry, I may not myself have all of the answers, but just going within myself and just trusting what I'm feeling. Because I feel like energy just does not lie. And so,
true.
it's like when you're feeling energies and you're going off of energies, you just have to just trust that that's, coming from God and you're trusting that gut. And so, as she said, I mean, I may not always be listening to what I'm feeling, but just trusting that, that you do know and you do feel it and you can just trust that's the work.
It's true.
In this film, Marley goes out of her way to get to the truth, and she is like a
I
dog with a
like that.
bone. She is not letting go.
He
How
goes
far
out
would
of
either
here.
one of you go to get to the truth?
Woo, I would make,
Ooh.
they say Virgos would make the best investigator.
Wait, though,
Yeah.
you a Virgo?
I'm a triple Virgo.
When your
Yeah.
birthday?
September 5th.
I'm September 16th.
Oh, nice.
So it don't take much.
That part.
I could get to the bottom of something very quickly, but I will go down a rabbit hole. I can't let go. I just can't let
Yeah.
go. And when I like it, I love it, and that's it. So I have to know. I have to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, and so I mean, I'm not in the Virgo world, but I'm a Taurus, and we are, we're, it's the bull, and we're very stubborn.
Stubborn.
So if I got my mind on something and I want to figure something out, oh, I'm gonna get that answer.
Yeah, you'll get it.
I'm gonna get it.
Marley went far. Marley went far.
She went the furthest for sure.
I don't know if I go that far. I think, listen, I would do my best. And, at a certain point, I'm going to be like, hey,
Y'all got it.
does that make me a bad friend? Maybe. It might make me a bad friend. When I say it out loud, I feel like I sound like a bad friend. But I'm being honest.
And let's talk a little bit about that training, honey, because y'all was being flung around and falling off boats and all the things. Did you do? Look, I keep it real.
I love it.
Did you have stunt people doing those things for you, or did you opt to do it yourselves?
Both.
Yeah, both.
We had a great stunt team.
Yes.
I mean, just
Yeah, I love the
like
stunt team.
incredible stunt team. They've done huge films, and they're just
They're great.
Yeah, we totally trusted them, and they had our backs, and we had great stunt doubles. But we got in there.
Yeah, we definitely did. Especially
we were in there
during a certain portion. I volunteered myself because I just find it to be very fun, and I wanted to do what I needed to do in that moment. And my stunt double was really, really nice, and she was like, "Yeah, go on up there and do it." And I did it, and here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, some
Still
stuff is
alive.
it's a very like tight shot, right? So it's
Yeah.
like there's still, our coaches, we still have to break those scenes down.
Right.
And I always worry that the inner work, then maybe the stunt double doesn't necessarily have the backstory to my
that's true.
character. And so the timing of it and the realizations and all the things that need to be happening while the action is happening, they might not have the full context of. So I always try and get in there to do my own stunts at 5'2".
I'm
Mighty.
5'2" too, but that is my
Come
time,
on,
ladies. I
5'2"
can talk to y'all all
Virgo.
day.
Get club
My
for us.
Taurus and Virgo sisters, I can talk to y'all all day, but that is my time. I'll see you on the next one.
Yes,
See you on
we
the
will.
next
Thank
one.
Let me
you.
tell y'all something. I've seen y'all in a multitude of different Tyler Perry projects, and usually y'all are the good dudes. This time, y'all are on the other side. How did it feel playing that kind of like dirty, gritty, wrong, side of the fence? I'll start with Ronrico first.
I loved it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know what that says about me, but I think, I think when you've been in the game as long as I have, it's all about breaking people's, kind of perceptions of who you are as an actor and whom you can play. And so whenever I can make people see a different side of me, it's always a win. And I was down for it from the jump. As soon as I saw the script, I'm like, sign me up for that, please.
Yes. Come on, Tyler.
I look at all the roles that I've been blessed to play, that Ryan Rico has been blessed to play. I feel like it's, we're similar in that we're conscious about going into different spaces that people may not be used to seeing us in. Mm-hmm. And, keeping the tools sharp and showing that we have multiple layers of artistry. So it's not just one thing that we can play, even though you may be used to us being that.
Yeah.
Under what circumstances would either one of you dupe someone to get what you wanted personally or professionally, or would you dupe them at all?
I don't know. I think it just depends on what it is that we're after. How high are the stakes is my question.
Yeah.
If I'm not the type to steal. But if my family's starving, I may have to.
That
what I'm saying?
part.
So it just depends what it is that I'm after. If it's a life and death thing, I might have to get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it comes down to family.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that makes me, when somebody does something on behalf of their family, I don't judge. I don't care what it is. You see stuff in the news all the time, and I'm always like, well, hey, I ain't saying I would have handled it that way, but I ain't about to judge my man for how he handled it, because family, the game changes.
I think as family men, it helps us give us a different perspective for sure.
Does.
I feel the same.
I get it. Well, y'all, that's my time. It was a pleasure talking to y'all, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next and talking to you about that one when it comes up.
Can't wait.
All right, me either. Take care.
Take care.